It's Kim, and I'm here to take you through just a wonderful morning sequence that doesn't take you much time at all, and you will come out of it feeling joyful, yet settled and calm as you move into your day, whether it's into a work day or during the weekend with your family and friends. So let's begin standing in Tadasana. Oh, and I have a block here. You may want to pause the video and grab one block. So we begin standing in Tadasana, and I want you just to open up your toes and your feet into the earth and feeling the steadiness of the earth beneath you. And rooting into that steadiness will energize up the legs. You'll feel the belly pull into the body. And this will draw your tailbone down to the earth, lifting the chest, and then gathering the shoulders down the back, long arms and fingertips, feeling the back of the skull rising up to the sky. And begin to breathe deeply in and out of your nose for Ujjayi breath. This will clear out the nasal passages and just begin to open up the brain. Your next inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And exhale, begin to fold out and over the legs. Letting the head completely relax, softly bending the knees if your hamstrings are tight. Now with your fingers in line with the toes or your hands on the shins, let's lift halfway up and lengthen. Taking a big breath in, shoulders down the back. Exhale, folding again over the legs, Uttanasana. Now go ahead and walk your big toes to touch. Leave a slight space between your heels and bend your knees, squeezing the thighs together. Let's sink into the hips for chair pose. Arms stretched by the ears. We want to have the shoulders relaxing down, but the arms are energized. Sinking down into the hips, into this lightning bolt shape. Ujjayi breath. Your next inhale, let's reach into the fingertips, and exhale, straighten the legs and fold out and over for Uttanasana again. Now go ahead and bring your fingertips down, and we're going to take a giant step back with the left toes, bending the right knee over the ankle for crescent lunge. And just taking your time, extending into the back leg and heel, pulling in the ribs, arms stretch up to the sky. The arms are awake, alert. You can even feel the kind of like this vibration between the fingertips. Let's take a breath in, and as you breathe out, go ahead and bring your hands back down to the mat, and lower your left knee. Go ahead and slide your right foot back so that you're on your hands and knees. Take an inhale, arch your back, lift your chest, lift your tail. Exhale, pushing into the hands, round your spine as you pull in the belly and lift. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to a neutral spine, tabletop. From here, walk your knees back. Keep your chest open. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bend your elbows by the ribs and lower slowly to the belly. Lengthening the legs. Keep the hands under the shoulders and pull your elbows into the ribs and slide the shoulders down the back. Keeping the hands and feet grounded, inhale for cobra pose. Peeling the heart away from the mat, keep your neck long. Exhale, releasing down. Come back to the hands and knees. Widen the knees. Touch the big toes. And just let your forehead rest down to the mat. Ujjayi breath. And one of the most beautiful aspects of Ujjayi breath is the sound of the ocean that it resembles. Now you come back to the hands and knees. Spread your fingertips wide. Tuck your toes. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, let's ground the hands and lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Let your head relax through the arms. A little bend in the knees for tight hamstrings. And just try to release the heels down, even if they don't touch the ground. Nice long spine. Let's take an inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and bring your left foot to the top of the mat. Right foot. Fold over the legs. Now bend your knees. Inhale, let's rise up. As you exhale, return to Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths here. And just feel your body. Noticing the body. Noticing the breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold out and over the legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Either fingers in line with toes or hands on the shins. Let's pull the shoulders down the neck. Exhale, fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Touch the big toes together, leave a little space between the heels. And as you bend the knees, you're going to squeeze the legs together into one strong leg for chair pose. Sinking down into the sitting bones. And this time I want you to think about engaging the belly and scooping up your low belly, pulling it in. Softly gazing forward at a point. Breathing in and out of the nose. Two more breaths. As you exhale, straighten the legs and fold. Let's bring the fingertips down and step back with the right toes. And stay on the ball of the foot. Squeeze the hips together. Lunging into your left leg. Bringing the torso up, the arms up for our crescent lunge on the side. And just feel your body transitioning into the shape. Back leg is long, lifting the knee, pressing into the heel, sinking into the front thigh. It's almost like the front thigh is parallel to the mat. Hugging the hips together, pulling the ribs, lift up through the fingertips. We'll take a couple of those Ujjayi breaths. As you exhale, release your hands to the ground. Go ahead and lower your right knee and slide back so that you're on your hands and knees. Inhale, lifting the chest, arching the back. Exhale, round and lift the spine. Use your hands and knees for steadiness here. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Come back to a neutral position. Walk the right hand forward. Inhale and sweep the left arm up to the sky. Exhale, threading the left arm all the way to the right. Lowering the left shoulder and the left side of the head. Breathing into this twist. Notice how the breath just softly touches all these little layers of tissue, these deeper little pockets. And it just feels so good. It feels cleansing, refreshing to breathe into these deeper layers. So into your right hand, let's unthread the left arm. Come back to neutral. Take the left hand forward and center. Right arm lifts up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, threading the right arm all the way to the left. Lower your shoulder. Plant the left hand down. And just feel the ribs, the thoracic part of the spine, the middle of the spine. Just getting a nice, gentle twist here. Just releasing any tightness, tension. And just notice by focusing on the breath, it keeps the mind quiet. Pressing into your left hand, unthread the right arm. Come back to a neutral spine. Let's take an inhale. And exhale, tuck your toes. One more time. Let's lift the hips up and back, sink into the heels. Just relax your head. Now be mindful if your chest is like caving forward. And I want you to pull your ribs in and reach into your arms. Okay? Find that sweet spot to rest your head. And just for this downward dog, we're going to bend a knee at a time, walking out the dog. And then go ahead and lower down to your hands and knees. And let's just swing the legs around. Come into a seated position. Stretching the legs long. Pause here. Let's put the hands next to the legs and just, the hips, and just press into the hands and lift your chest. Staff pose. And now sweep the arms up to the sky. Big inhale. And exhale, folding out and over the legs. And just let your hands rest down, even a little bit closer to your body, just by an inch or so that you can soften your arms and shoulders. Take a couple of breaths here. And go ahead and lift up slowly. Let's walk the feet out wide. Walk your legs out wide. And we're going to use our block now. So we've got our heels open wide. You can always sit on top of the blanket if you need to. Bring your hands out on your block out in front of you. And we want to reach into the heels, but be mindful that you're not locking the knees. With your hands on the block, take an inhale and lift up to the front of the body. Exhale, just fold forward just an inch or two and relax your shoulders. Your next inhale, lift up through the front of the body. Exhale, bring your shoulders forward just a little bit more. Relaxing the head. This time, take an inhale. We're going to lift up through the front of the body. And exhale, fold with a long neutral spine. And we're going to prop up our hands or our elbows on the block. Let your hands dangle. And just soften the head, keeping the neck long as best as you can. Enjoy your breath. And it's translated as the victorious breath. And the way that I understand that is just that the breath is a wonderful tool. No matter if you are needing to calm the mind, or if you need to awaken and energize the mind. And so therefore, the feeling that we get when we use the Ujjayi breath is victorious. It's good, helpful, and it really does bring a balance into how we feel in our body and our mind. Go ahead and come back up. Bending into the knees. Go ahead and bring your legs back to center. And just go ahead and transition to your back. Laying back in a neutral position. Let's open up the arms wide. Bend the knees into the chest. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lower your legs down to the left. And roll your right palm to face up. You can use your left hand on top of the right knee if you'd like, and just breathe into the lower back. Feel this rotation in the trunk of your body, just releasing any tightness, tension, anything that may have settled that can be released. Releasing the left hand down. Go ahead and bring the legs back to center. Take an inhale. And exhale. Let's drop the legs over to the right now. Your right hand will rest on top of the left knee. Opening your left palm to the sky. And just feeling the body cleansing, purifying in this direction as you breathe into it. Go ahead and bring your right hand down and the legs back to center and just pause for a moment. Now butterfly the knees apart. Bring the soles of the feet together. And just let your arms come down by your side in the most comfortable and relaxed way. And as the heels press together, the knees will point out wide to the side. This opens up the front of the body, and I want you just let your breath wash over the front of the body. Whether you even have like a felt sense of the breath right now. You can feel it touching the skin. You can feel how the movement of the breath is an expansion, an uplifting feeling as you breathe in, and softening and relaxing feeling as you breathe out. And just take your arms up and overhead and let your elbows bend to the sides. Open up the shoulders and the chest. Bringing your arms down to your side. Bring the knees back to center. Just one more time. Knees into the chest. Hands on the knees, little rock side to side. And then come back and let's just let the body rest in Shavasana just for a little bit. And I know that it's at the beginning of the day, just woken up if we're practicing this in the morning, but take this time to just soothe your nervous system so that you go into your day feeling calm, grounded, and happy, so that you will have clear thinking. You will have calm reactions and responses. And you may even find yourself just smiling for no reason today. Maybe go ahead and bring a smile on your face as you rest here in Shavasana. Just let the feeling or the essence of a smile just soak into your being, into your cells, and even into that auric field around your body. Just feeling that warmth, sunlight, prana. And think about how feeling this good would enhance other areas of your life. How can this practice, how can this time nurture you and nourish you and enhance your life in many ways that are often forgotten? And start to rub your thumbs on your fingertips. Just letting this feeling of joy soak in. Let's take a big inhale and stretch the arms overhead, pointing the toes. And as you exhale, the knees come back into the chest one more time, just rocking side to side. And bringing your feet down, I want you to roll over to the side of the open or dominant nostril. So maybe just take a moment. Check which nostril is the open and dominant side and roll to that side. We'll just come up slowly. No rush. Hands on the legs. Sitting just for a moment, just with yourself. And if there's any positive words or affirmations that you want to silently repeat, now's the time. Bring your hands together in front of the heart. Bowing your head. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste.